Mm, Good evening. Mm. Today has been a very energetical day, an intense day here for me. So it was a bit of a challenge today to land in here, to root myself, to land into the vibration of the earth and the core, which this book is really connected with. Last night was a very deep transformation, and I woke up with a stiffness in my body, this feeling of something old, an old pattern fighting for its life, not wanting to let go, not trusting the process. Mm. And that part of me have been very present all day. It's been this almost tornado-ish energy, which is very up in my mind. So to land in here today with all of you feels like such a blessing. Because I'm streaming from StreamYard, I can't see who is present here with me, so it would be such a gift if you just let me know that you're here and share who you are and where you are tonight, to do a little check-in and take your place in this circle. This circle of evening ceremony. With Doug Goodfeather's Think Indigenous. I started to read this book yesterday with all of you, and I read the preface, and today we're going to step into the introduction. My intention is to keep reading a couple of pages of this book every evening, and to be in this ceremony with you, to experience this journey together. For me, it's our journey home. It's my journey home to myself, to us, and to the Great Mother. Hej. Fint ha Östervåla med från sängen. And love to have you here, Pernilla. Beautiful. So before we step into this evening ceremony and evening words, Ruth, beautiful. Let's just take a common deep breath. Land into our roots, into the earth, into ourselves, and into this circle. And we'll see where it takes us. You're more than welcome to share whatever happens in you if you want to during my reading and afterwards, either here or in separate posts later. To take part of your sharings is such a gift. Beautiful. Thank you all for being here. Mm. Okay. Introduction. Indigenous spirituality. To our elders, forgive me speaking before you. I'm young and still learning. Thank you for all the things you taught us to keep these ways alive. Doug Goodfeather. And good afternoon. Beautiful to have you with us as well from the other side of the world. Such a treasure. Many people are attracted to the humble ways and ancient wisdom of Native American spirituality. However, this book is not meant to teach people how to be Native American. The intention of this book is to help people build a bridge from their life in the modern world back to the deep ancestral roots of their innate spirituality. In fact, if we were to journey back to our earthly ancestral origins, each of us would discover heritage and wisdom deeply rooted in the indigenous spiritual ways of ancient Europe, Africa, Asia, North and South America, the island nations, the Arctic nations, and other lands that now only exists in myths and legends. The goal of this book is to guide people on a personal spiritual journey to make this connection, using their own indigenous heritage, teachings, and way of life. Obviously, we may not all be Native American, but each and every one of us is indigenous to Mother Earth. Indigenous spirituality is not a religion. It's a nature-based way of living in alignment with Mother Earth and the spiritual laws of the universe. The answer to any meaningful question can be found in the natural world if you learn how and where to look. Those who learn to think indigenous live unencumbered by any human's attempt to exploit and manipulate the intention of the Creator. Indigenous spirituality is both a practice and a way of life. No political party controls it, and no religious dogma dictates it. You can practice any religion and also identify with indigenous spirituality. As we learn to think indigenous, we're learning the principles of honor and compassion for all beings and how to integrate these principles into our daily life so that we can experience a powerful and beautiful relationship with the people and world around us. So let's begin where this journey started. A vision quest. This book came into being as a result of a prophecy that was shown to me while I was in a vision quest on Bear Butte, a spiritual place in the Black Hills of South Dakota that's been used for vision quests by indigenous people for thousands of years. In this vision, Great Spirit instructed me to share the ways of Native American spirituality to help people who are suffering and need to connect with the ancestral wisdom and healing of their own spiritual roots. Everything that this book is came out of this vision quest, which isn't to say that it's new. It is synthesizing of so much history, along with so many stories, philosophies, and teachings from all over the world, gathered into one very profound moment. That moment was not easy to reach, however. A year or so before my vision quest, I was suffering from debilitating PTSD, which one day brought me to be lying in a ditch on the side of the road, weeping. But someone came, a helping hand to pull me to my feet and brushed me off, lifting me out of the ditch. But when I turned around, no one was there. A couple of weeks later, an elder came to me in a dream and told me to spend 1 year preparing for a vision quest, which wasn't something I had even considered attempting. The elder said to spend that year thinking about what I wanted to do in life, what impact I wanted to have on this world, and then to go to the Black Hills for answers. On a vision quest, you put water away, you put food away, and you give yourself wholly to the spiritual way. You don't necessarily know if there will be life or death on the other side, but you put your trust in the Creator. I fasted on the mountain for 4 days. By the second day, I was ready to give up. I felt that I was dying. And then, out of nowhere, I was surrounded by tiny butterflies, fluttering around me, holding me up, and my doubt and suffering disappeared. The butterflies left and the suffering returned. But then another swarm came, larger butterflies in so many colors, blue, red, green, surrounding me with compassion and taking away my fear and my pain. They guided me through that entire day, and what was actually hours felt like minutes. They gave me the strength I needed to stay in that mountain, so I was able to keep the commitment I'd made. On the third day, a bluebird came at daybreak, singing a beautiful melody. As I listened, I was hypnotized by the bluebird's song, and it took me into my vision and the route and reason for my quest. The elder that had come to me in my dream appeared once more. The elder said, "It is good that you came. That was me that picked you up out of that ditch. We're going to show you your purpose. Look." The elder pointed off into the distance, and the ground I was standing on rose up. I could see all the people on earth, and they were in chaos and despair. "Look," the elder said. "You people make yourselves sick. In order for the people to heal, people must be willing to make sacrifices, and people must be willing to forgive and to love." The butterfly prophecy. My vision is known as the butterfly prophecy, but similar prophecies have occurred in different cultures and been known by other names. These similar prophecies shared three primary messages. First, that Grandmother Earth is in the process of bringing balance to human-caused ecological destruction. Second, that it is time for chosen keepers of traditional wisdom to build bridges between nations and share their indigenous wisdom to help heal and raise the vibration of humanity. Third, that there are many people from many nations and races who will recognize these ancient indigenous teachings and be part of the healing and help humanity cross the threshold into the new era of deep spiritual connection with Mother Earth and with each other. The people referred to in part 3 of the butterfly prophecy are known as star seeds. People who have been planted here with an inherent sense of knowing of earthly and celestial spiritual flow. Star seeds will feel the heartbeat of Mother Earth pounding in their chest as they read the strangely familiar words of the prophecy. We are talking directly to you. This book is not in your hands by accident. You called these teachings to yourself. And I think that's a beautiful place to stop for today. Such powerful words and such grounded vibration. Oh. Let's take a couple of deep breaths together to allow those words and vibration to sink in, to hit and land and move every cell in our bodies. Let it help us to open up, to deepen the trust in you, in me, and in the universe. Thank you so much for being here with us. Your presence is the greatest of gifts. So much love. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of you tomorrow in the morning ceremony with the runes on the Facebook page, School of Mother Earth. And maybe tomorrow evening here at 9:30 to continue reading the introduction to this book. Sleep tight and let your dreams give you everything you need.